Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a look back at the lives and heartbreaking passings of famous individuals who made a lasting impact on the world, but were taken too soon due to complications related to HIV/AIDS. Behind the bright lights and glamorous stages are painful stories and losses that shocked the world. This isn't just a tribute, it's also a reminder of how fragile life can be, and the importance of raising awareness about this global disease. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Ricky Wilson, the vibrant spirit of the B-52s, silenced by complications from HIV/AIDS. Ricky Wilson was more than just a musician. He was the creative force behind the infectious, offbeat energy that defined the B-52s, one of the most unique and beloved bands of the late 20th century. Born on March 19, 1953, Wilson grew up with a passion for music and an instinct for innovation, crafting a signature guitar style that was both minimalist and mesmerizing. His unconventional tuning and rhythmic strumming gave the band its unmistakable sound, blending elements of new wave, surf rock, and punk into something entirely original. With hits like Rock Lobster and Private Idaho, the B-52s burst onto the scene in the late 1970s, bringing their quirky aesthetic, campy fun, and danceable beats to audiences worldwide. Despite his growing success, Wilson remained a deeply private individual, especially when it came to his personal life. As an openly gay man in an era when homophobia was rampant, he avoided the spotlight outside of his music. Even within his own band, he rarely spoke about his health struggles. In the early 1980s, as the AIDS crisis loomed over the LGBTQ+ community, Wilson silently battled the disease that was devastating countless lives. He chose not to disclose his diagnosis, even to many of his closest friends and bandmates, carrying the burden alone while continuing to pour his soul into his music. Tragically, on October 12, 1985, Ricky Wilson passed away at just 32 years old due to complications from HIV/AIDS. His sudden and unexpected death shocked those around him, as many had not even been aware of his illness. His passing left an irreplaceable void, not only within the B-52s, but also in the world of music, where his artistry had been a beacon of creativity and joy. At a time when AIDS was still shrouded in stigma and fear, Wilson's death was yet another heartbreaking reminder of the toll the epidemic was taking on the artistic community, cutting short the lives of brilliant talents far too soon. Though Ricky Wilson's life was tragically short, his influence continues to resonate. The B-52s have carried on, honoring his legacy with every performance, while his groundbreaking guitar style remains an inspiration for generations of musicians. As awareness of HIV/AIDS and LGBTQ+ rights has grown over the years, Wilson's impact has only become more meaningful, a testament to both the struggles and triumphs of an artist who helped shape the sound of an era. His music, spirit, and legacy live on, ensuring that Ricky Wilson will never be forgotten. What are your favorite memories of his work? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Wayland Flowers, the trailblazing puppeteer and comedic genius. Silenced by AIDS-related complications. Wayland Flowers was more than just a comedian or puppeteer. He was a groundbreaking entertainer who shattered conventions, elevating puppetry to an art form that was sharp, bold, and outrageously funny. Born on November 26, 1939, Flowers became best known for his razor-tongued, flamboyant puppet creation, Madam, an eccentric, quick-witted, and delightfully scandalous elderly socialite. With his unmatched comedic timing and exceptional puppetry skills, Flowers didn't just entertain audiences. He challenged societal norms, pushing the boundaries of humor, gender, and self-expression throughout the 1970s and 1980s. His performances, infused with biting satire and fearless wit, made him a fixture in American entertainment, securing his place as one of the most distinctive and beloved figures in the industry. As one of the few openly gay entertainers in an era rife with stigma, Wayland Flowers was a trailblazer, unapologetically authentic at a time when many remained silent. Through his work, particularly the persona of Madame, he cleverly injected social commentary into his comedy, helping pave the way for greater LGBTQ+ representation in mainstream media. Often appearing on hit television shows like Hollywood Squares and Solid Gold, Flowers and Madame became pop culture sensations, their acerbic humor delighting audiences while subtly challenging rigid societal norms. Though he performed through his puppet, Flowers' vibrant personality and fearless confidence made him a standout talent, inspiring countless artists who followed. However, behind the laughter and applause, Flowers was fighting a private battle against the HIV/AIDS epidemic, which was devastating the LGBTQ+ community during the 1980s. Despite his declining health, he continued to perform for as long as he could, determined to bring joy to audiences. Tragically, on October 11, 1988, Wayland Flowers passed away at the age of 48 due to complications related to AIDS. His untimely death was a heartbreaking loss, not only for the entertainment world, but also as a somber reminder of the countless artists and talents cut down by the epidemic before the world fully grasped its magnitude. Though Wayland Flowers' life was short, his legacy continues to resonate. He revolutionized puppetry, turning it into a sharp, culturally rich form of entertainment. His iconic character, Madame, remains one of the most hilarious and bold puppets in television history. More importantly, Flowers paved the way for LGBTQ+ artists in the entertainment industry, courageously living his truth and breaking down rigid stereotypes. Though he is gone, the laughter he brought and his trailblazing spirit live on. What impresses you most about Wayland Flowers and Madame? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Fela Kuti, the musical revolutionary and political warrior, lost to AIDS-related complications. Fela Kuti was more than just a musician. He was a revolutionary, a fearless activist, and the mastermind behind Afrobeat, a genre that blended jazz, funk, and traditional African rhythms with powerful political messages. Born on October 15, 1938, in Nigeria, Fela used his music as a weapon against oppression, corruption, and authoritarian rule. His songs, such as Zombie, Water No Get Enemy, and Coffin for Head of State, were unapologetic critiques of Nigeria's military government, making him both a hero to the people and a constant target of state violence. His music was not just entertainment. It was a form of resistance, a call to arms, and an uncompromising voice for the voiceless. As an artist who refused to be silenced, Fela Kuti lived boldly and without fear, despite facing constant persecution. He was arrested, beaten, and imprisoned numerous times, but his defiance never wavered. His home, the Kalakuta Republic, served as a haven for musicians, political thinkers, and activists, a symbol of his fight for freedom and justice. Fela's flamboyant lifestyle, including his polygamous marriage to 27 wives and his public denunciation of government corruption, made him a controversial yet legendary figure. However, his relentless lifestyle also took a toll on his health, exposing him to the risks that would ultimately claim his life. By the 1990s, Fela's health had begun to deteriorate, but he rejected modern medical treatment, staying true to his deep distrust of Western institutions. On August 2, 1997, he passed away due to complications related to HIV/AIDS, leaving an irreplaceable void in both the music industry and Africa's socio-political landscape. His death sent shockwaves through Nigeria and beyond, sparking debates about HIV/AIDS awareness and treatment in Africa, a region heavily impacted by the epidemic but often hindered by stigma and misinformation. For many, it was difficult to accept that a man as resilient and seemingly indestructible as Fela Kuti had fallen to the disease. Though Fela Kuti is no longer with us, his legacy lives on. Afrobeat continues to thrive worldwide, inspiring generations of artists from Nigeria to the US, from Europe to South America. His powerful messages remain just as relevant today, as many nations still struggle with injustice, corruption, and oppression. Annual celebrations like Felabration keep his memory alive, honoring a man who lived and died for his beliefs. Fela Kuti wasn't just a great musician. He was an enduring symbol of freedom and the fight for change. How has Fela's music or message influenced you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Liberace. The glittering stardom and tragic end of a piano legend. Liberace, one of the greatest entertainers of the 20th century, captivated audiences worldwide, not only with his virtuosic piano skills, but also with his extravagant, larger-than-life persona. Dressed in dazzling outfits, adorned with fur capes and enormous diamond rings, he transformed every performance into a visual spectacle. However, behind the bright stage lights and flamboyant charm lay a private life filled with secrets and struggles that the public never truly saw. Throughout his decades-long career, Liberace vehemently denied rumors about his sexuality, even suing tabloids that suggested he was gay. He carefully curated an image of a charming bachelor devoted to his craft. But, in reality, he lived a double life, one that required him to suppress his true self in the face of immense societal pressure. The emotional toll of maintaining this facade was something few understood, and it painted a stark contrast between the joyful performer on stage and the man behind the scenes. By 1986, his health had begun to decline drastically, yet Liberace and those close to him worked tirelessly to keep the truth hidden. As speculation about his condition grew, many refused to believe that the once vibrant showman was gravely ill. It wasn't until his passing in February 1987 that the world learned the devastating truth. Liberace had succumbed to complications related to HIV/AIDS. His death sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and forced the public to confront the harsh realities of the epidemic that was ravaging lives during the 1980s. Liberace's legacy remains one of unparalleled musical talent, showmanship, and the price of fame. He paved the way for bold, unapologetic performance styles that continue to inspire artists today. But one question lingers. If he had lived in an era where acceptance was greater, would his life have taken a different path? Do you think the pressures of fame forced him to hide who he truly was? Share your thoughts in the comments. And that brings us to the end of our look back at these talented lives lost to complications from HIV/AIDS. Their stories are not just moments of sadness, but reminders of life's fragility and the importance of awareness surrounding this disease. Hopefully, these stories inspire us to appreciate what we have and spread compassion to those affected. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss future content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.